couple days ago, my wife and I were out running some errands, and we went to one of the branches of a bank that we bank with up here in Maine. And on the outside of their building, it's actually a Masonic building, and the bank is in the lower floor, and then I guess the Masonic temple's up in the upper floor. And they had this advertisement for a Shriners Circus. I'm going to show you the picture here. You can see there on the door of the bank, you see the Masonic emblem, and right below it, May 7th, 8th, and 9th, is the Circus, the Anna Shrine Circus. Now zoom in here to the bottom part. It says proceeds from the circus are for the benefit of Anna Shrine. Then of course payments are not deductible as charitable contributions. See, the Shriners come out as a charitable organization. They build children's hospitals and all this nice, wonderful things, and they drive the little cars in the parades and things, and people say, oh, it's just a do-gooders group. No, actually that's not true. If you want to go to Wikipedia, I have the article printed out here. I'll show it on the overhead camera. Here's an article about the Shriners, and my wife's writing a little bit of notes here, and I was highlighting some things. But this talks about the history of the Shriners, and see if I can find that one part here. Membership. Okay, let me zoom in here so you can see this. Membership. Until 2000, before being eligible for membership in the Shrine, a person had to complete either the Scottish Rite or York Rite degrees of Masonry, but now any Master Mason can join. And so basically anybody who's in the Shrine is not just an entry-level Mason. They are higher-level Masons. And it is a very satanic organization. I mean, we're going to be bringing out some more stuff on the Shriners in the future, but if you really want a good idea of what the Shriners are all about, this book right here I highly recommend. From a former Mason, William Schneblin, Bill Schneblin. He also calls himself Bill Schneblin there. You can find him online. He has a video. It's over here in my video collection. I don't see it right now on the shelf, but it's over there somewhere. But it's on Masonry Beyond the Light, I think it's called. That's the name of the book. I'm not sure what it is, but it's the same thing. Bill Schneblin talking about Masonry, but he gets into the thing of the Shriners. This actually would have more detail on it, on the Shriners. But it's what they would call like kind of an auxiliary to the main Masonic Lodge type of a thing. But the Shriners are very, very bad. And you definitely don't want to be giving your money to them. And chances are if there's a circus in your town, it's probably going to be the Shriners or the Masons that put it on. And again, there's a lot on the whole thing of Masons and the carnival, the whole circus thing. There's a lot of tie-ins there. Definitely some weird stuff that the Lord's showing us right now. And like I said, we're going to be bringing out some more of that in the future. But just let me show you another thing here. Now this is in the town of Holton, up in Ayers-Duke County here in Maine. And right in the middle of the town, there's right beside First National Bank. I'll show you the picture here. Monument Lodge number 96, 3rd floor, second Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. And you see the all-seeing eye there above the Monument Lodge number 96. Up above that, Independent Order of Odd Fellows. You know, again, another fraternal organization, very weird kind of a thing. But this building also houses a very interesting thing. If you saw the picture there of the Masonic building there in Mars Hill, the town of Mars Hill, where the bank is, you know, it's a Masonic lodge, and it has a bank in the basement or in the downstairs. This one here, you can see up top here, the Masonic building, 1918 is when this thing was built. There's a flag there. It's kind of coiled up from the wind. You can't really see it, but the flag is a Masonic flag. But look down below what the thing is. I'll show you another picture here, give you a little bit clearer view of what this thing is. To get to it, the Temple movie theater. We just thought that was kind of funny, kind of appropriate, you know, that you have a Masonic temple housing a movie theater. Like, yeah, okay. And, you know, a lot of these organizations, you know, are filled with a lot of do-gooders, and a lot of people think, oh, they can't be bad. So-and-so's a good man, and whatever else. And but these guys are very, very deceitful. Very, they'll use a lot of weird little word games. Just tell you a little kind of an interesting story to kind of illustrate my point here. My father-in-law, Lyle Kuchera is his name. He is a very nice guy, very personable and everything, nice man, but very kind of weird business contacts and things. And my wife told different stories about going to a lot of Masonic weddings and Masonic other things growing up. And you know, we're doing some research into that too. But the one time after she had gotten saved, she said to him, "Are you a member of the Masonic Lodge?" Just came right out and asked him, you know, and his reply was, "Lutherans are not allowed to be members of the Masonic Lodge, or Lutherans aren't allowed to be Masons," you know, basically is what he said. That's what you call sophistry. Okay, if you don't know what that word means, you can look it up. Sophistry is basically what politicians use all the time. They answer a question without answering the question. You know, are you a member of the Masonic Lodge? Independent Baptists aren't allowed to be members of the Masonic Lodge. What does that have to do with anything? You know, that doesn't answer the question. Just say no. You know, the fact that you're a Lutheran, you could still be a Lutheran and disobey the Lutheran rules and be a member of the Masonic Lodge. So, just kind of weird. But like I said, we're going to be bringing out some interesting stuff on the whole shrine thing. There's some other Masonic organizations we're going to be exposing as well. There's the whole thing behind the Masons, behind the Jesuits, behind the Amish, behind a lot of these secret societies that, you know, they'll tell you they have the front that they put out there for the world, but when you actually start to dig into the organization, it's a lot worse. You know, and there's a lot of skeletons in the closet, you know, so to speak. Sometimes literal skeletons. The whole thing is, these are all sleeper cells for the coming New World Order. These are all groups, all organizations, and yet, you know, you have the Knights of Columbus is another one for the Catholics. And you have all these different groups getting people organized, getting people structured, ready for the Antichrist kingdom. That's what they're doing. And this thing has been going on for a long time. The Masons are a very old organization. Not as old as the Jesuits. And the Jesuits, of course, are the ones that control all these organizations. Don't ever believe anybody saying that the Illuminati runs the Jesuits and everybody else. That's a lie. The Jesuits created the Illuminati. Okay, Adam Weishaupt was a Jesuit professor. So don't tell me that he somehow took over the Jesuits or something. That's nonsense. Absolutely nonsense. But, you know, the purpose in exposing some of these things is because a lot of people are not aware. You know, they see the parade and they see the guys driving the little fancy cars and they got the red hat. It's called a fez, which was actually if you study the history on that, Bill Schneblin talks about this, that it was Islamic soldiers were killing Christians and taking their hats and dipping them in the blood of the Christians and putting them on their head. That's where the story of the fez came from. Again, look it up. And it's just disgusting. And these guys, you know, shrine temples or shrine meeting houses have a Quran in them. You know, and a lot of stuff. We're going to be bringing out some of this stuff because there's a lot of people that get involved in it. They have relatives that are involved in it, and they don't really know what it's all about. But it's all Luciferian organizations. You trace it back to the very top level of these groups, and what do they believe? They worship Satan, is what they do. And they come out and they appear to be very nice, charitable, community-friendly people, but they're worshipers of the devil. So if there's a circus that's put on by the Masonic Lodge or the Shriners in your area, don't go to it, don't patronize it.
Lucifer, what is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me?
Sir, you need to be born again.
I am born again.
Now, did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy...
Virtuous.
Virtuous. Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh,
Amen.
God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're,
Hey, what
you're
about those
confirming it.
hospitals?
You
They have
know what, sir?
hospitals.
Jesus said, "Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, we did not do these good deeds in your name? And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you."
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
Mercy.
No.
That's hard to believe.
So you're a Christian and you don't know that. Actually,
No, I really am.
you are.
Because I'm pure and virtuous.
You're pure and virtuous, okay. Yeah. In other words, you're perfect without Jesus, right?
No.
Okay, tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus?
Well, he's my leader.
Is he the Son of God?
Yes, he is.
Is he the only worshipful master?
Yes.
Have you ever been called worshipful master?
No, because I've just been too busy. I've been working.
Working.
Been working to help people.
What
like
kind
you.
of work? Okay.
Get out of here.
See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light.